Have you crossed paths with a man who barely spoke, yet his silence said everything? The kind who doesn't try to impress, but his presence alone makes people shift in their seats, not out of fear, but out of respect. When he walks away, it's as if the air gets lighter and the noise returns to normal. Most men live for the spotlight, loud, attention-hungry, desperate to be seen. But then, there's a rare kind of man who doesn't chase the world. The world notices him instead. He moves differently, thinks differently, and carries a mystery that psychologists can't quite decode. Women are drawn to his depth, and men can't decide whether to admire him or fear him. This is the Sigma male, the silent storm, the power that doesn't announce itself. Let's uncover the 9 chillingly accurate signs you've truly met one. Number 1. He looks through you, not at you. A Sigma's gaze carries an uncanny depth that borders on supernatural. It's not a glare meant to dominate, but an observation powered by razor-sharp perception. Psychologists call this ability high social awareness, the skill to decode subtle cues most people miss. When a Sigma looks at you, he's not just seeing your face, he's analyzing your micro-expressions, posture, and tone rhythm. He notices the nervous twitch, the forced smile, the slight delay in your voice, all the unspoken truths behind your words. This intense focus isn't about judgment, it's about understanding. While others chase surface impressions, the Sigma reads hidden intentions and emotions. That's why his presence can feel magnetic, yet unsettling. You sense he knows more than he says, because he probably does. His silence isn't emptiness, it's awareness, quietly mapping the reality most people are too distracted to notice. Number 2. He vanishes without warning, then returns. Different. When a Sigma disappears, it's not an escape, it's a recalibration. While most people drown in noise and constant validation, the Sigma male steps into silence to evolve. Science even backs this up. Studies show that solitude boosts creativity, clarity, and emotional intelligence. In isolation, his thoughts align, his purpose sharpens, and his mental energy resets. He's not ghosting people. He's grounding himself. Like a warrior retreating to polish his sword, he withdraws to strengthen his focus and self-awareness. When he returns, he carries a new calm, a confidence that doesn't need to be proven. The world sees disappearance as distance, but for the Sigma, it's transformation. While others fear being alone, he finds power in it. Silence to him isn't emptiness. It's the birthplace of strength, vision, and mastery. Number 3. His words cut like precision blades. He's not the type to talk, just to hear his own voice. Every word that leaves his mouth is measured, deliberate, and laced with insight. While most people chatter to escape silence, he uses silence as his weapon, letting it sharpen the impact of his words. Psychologically, people who speak less but observe more often read subtle cues that others overlook. Micro-expressions, tone shifts, hidden emotions. That's why his words feel surgical, almost unsettlingly precise. He doesn't speak to impress. He speaks to reveal, to challenge your illusions, and sometimes to hold up a mirror you're not ready to face. Long after the conversation ends, his voice echoes in your thoughts, not because of how much he said, but because of how deeply it struck. His silence speaks louder than noise, and his truth lingers like a whisper you can't unheard. Number 4. He watches the crowd, not joins it. In a room buzzing with noise and excitement, the Sigma male becomes the quiet storm, present yet detached. His silence isn't emptiness, it's analysis. Psychologists call this high social awareness, the ability to read micro-expressions, body language, and subtle power shifts that most overlook. While others compete for attention, he gathers information, observing who dominates, who conforms, and who hides behind a smile. To him, every interaction is data. He doesn't mimic trends, he decodes them. His calmness unsettles people because it exposes their masks. He sees not what they show, but what they conceal. This detachment isn't arrogance, it's precision. The Sigma moves only when necessary, striking with insight rather than noise. In a world obsessed with being seen, his greatest power is his ability to see through, and that's what makes his silence louder than everyone's chatter. Number 5. He's drawn to depth, not glamour. While most people are drawn to noise and showmanship, the Sigma male moves in the opposite direction, toward mystery. What fascinates him isn't the person who demands attention, but the one who guards their world with quiet grace. Studies in psychology reveal that mystery sparks curiosity and deeper emotional engagement, which explains his magnetic pull toward those who don't reveal everything at once. He senses depth beneath composure, a story untold behind still eyes. To him, beauty fades where substance thrives. He connects through intellect, emotional truth, and spiritual resonance, not surface charm. When he bonds, it's not fleeting. It's a collision of souls that leaves a permanent mark. That's why his love feels rare, because it is. It's built on mutual understanding, not performance, and once experienced, it becomes impossible to forget. Conclusion. So if you've ever met someone who unsettled you without trying, inspired you without words, and left a lasting impression without effort, you probably crossed paths with a Sigma male. He's not trying to be different. He simply is. While others chase validation, he lives in freedom, and that's what makes him both feared and unforgettable.